the way. But don't worry. Just got news. The kick is good. It is going to be 8-0. Sterling City is going to trail this one to start the game after the very first play.
Wow. Let's take one last look at that. Look at there.
Yeah, I mean, just get the ball and take off running. You don't want to start like this. They've taken a week off. They both got a week off, so can't start sluggish. And Sterling City Eagles will get another chance at it, this time on offense.
Yeah, wow. It's a quick strike May Tiger team. In fact, we saw this, just a few weeks ago when the Borden County Coyotes were able to get up early on Sterling City. And in fact, they took a lead into the half in that one from the Mustang Bowl, and they were up by 2+ scores. Mm-hmm. And Sterling City was able to put something together in the second half and pretty much just shut out. I mean, not shut them out, but I believe they only allowed one touchdown in the entire second half, which is just, I mean, that's phenomenal when you're talking about the 6-man game that just moves so fast. So, but nonetheless, right now, the Sterling City Eagles trailing in this one as May takes it up the gut down the sideline for the first score of the ball game there. All right, so Matt Trammell will keep us updated throughout the afternoon. We have James Bellini pushing on boots on the ground, giving us the goods. For highlights,
I think Sterling City scored from this live stream. Obviously, I don't know if we have it yet, but looks like they're already back up on the board. But I think they're still ensuing the extra point. Man, we're getting another 100 to 100 score or something here.
It's quite possible.
Yeah, remember earlier in the playoffs they played ranking and the final score was 100 to 88. So
my goodness,
we very possibly could be getting a high scoring game. Well, it's like most 6-man games are.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see how that one shakes out there. And right now, so let's kind of give you a look at our lives. We'll give you a look at our live score. Let's see here in just a few moments. So as you can see there, May leading Sterling City 8-6. That is actually in the first quarter of coverage from Arlington, Texas. So,
like the first minute.
Yeah, I mean, the fireworks are already kind of going off on these two, with these two teams. So, yeah. So I'd like to remind you, our first hour of coverage is presented this afternoon by Little Caesars Pizza of San Angelo. Pizza for the pregame, for the midgame, for the postgame eats. There we go. These guys certainly got you covered in that one there. So, all right. Let's see. Trammell, are you working on anything in particular?
Yeah,
there?
we got a touchdown alert right here. Sterling City. Christian called it.
I spoiled it. My bad.
Spoiled the surprise, but nonetheless, the Sterling City Eagles.
Let's see. Let's go to that. 1 second. All right, take us away, Trammell.
Here we go. Sterling City Eagles. They get on the board. Didn't take them long to get back on the scoring side of things, and that's a touchdown right there. They got the extra point too, so it's a tie ball game. So just another this one, similar play as the other touchdown, just a running play, handoff to the left, and let your playmakers play. Gets blockers in front of him and gets in the end zone. So like I said, 8-8. It's gonna be a high scoring ball game. Could we reach crazy numbers like 100? Who knows? But this just a few plays into this, and it's 8-8.
Yeah, that's just rough and tough football. Just kind of just doing some work there and letting your RB kind of get it in the end zone there. So, all right. So right now, 8-8, tie ball game here in the first quarter.
We setting the over under here?
Oh, we can. I'll set it at 150. And then I'll give
150.
Yeah, and I'll give since May scored first, I'll give them the edge by a touchdown. By 6 though. By 6.
By 6?
Yeah.
All right, so it is, it is already fireworks that we are seeing from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, as it is a tie ball game right now. And, looks like we saw, it was just one play that May needed. 67 yards later, that's a TD on the scoreboard there.
And Sterling City, I think, only had 2.
Yeah.
So, because they had a 43-yard rush and then...
So 2 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, so a total that we've gotten 3 plays here
Yep.
that have just set the tone of this football game. You can't ask for much more than that. So usually whenever these 6-man games are accustomed to just moving extremely quick. But if they keep going, I mean, we hopefully it's not, a 5-hour game.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
good
kidding.
for us, I guess, But here we go. So for the folks that are just joining us now, it is 8-8. Sterling City and May all knotted up in the first quarter. In fact, whenever Sterling City scored, it was at that point, it was just 3 plays all in the entire game that kind of really set the tone in this one there. So we'll see how this one develops as we continue to go. So we do have boots on the ground, James Bellini taking care of us over at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, Jerry Worlds. Hey, wouldn't y'all like to be in Jerry's World? Could y'all imagine doing this live show at AT&T Stadium?
I know.
Oh, goodness.
That would be something.
In a suite?
Yeah, we'll get our own suite.
Yeah, we'll have to get on that for next season. We'll have to include that in the budget. But nonetheless, so it's interesting what's going on for this game at Jerry World is that members of the media, they are not allowed on the football field.
Oh, really?
Not allowed on the sideline. So anything that you're seeing, it's coming from like the stands area with that. And I don't even think at Cowboys games there at AT&T Stadium that members of the media, they're allowed on the field either. So if you ever see them on national television, that you can see the camera guys kind of just fixated around, the first level.
I don't know if I want to see up close of a Cowboys game anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough.
That's rough, man. Nonetheless, hey, Trammell, what do you say we get the folks that are maybe just joining us kind of caught up on things and maybe how we arrived with the first few scores of the football game?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Here's the first one. So the May Tigers, they got the ball first, and it only took them 1 play. That's right, 1 play to find the end zone. Right here, it's just a simple pitch out to the left and gets blockers in front of him and just a little bit of daylight, and that's all he needed. And he took it all the way for the touchdown. They got the extra point on this one, so it made it 8-0.
Wow, man. So that's kind of that was a good way. I mean, well, for May, that was certainly a good way to get it started. It was a 67-yard touchdown, just right off the bat.
Off the rip, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what you want in a state championship game. I mean,
yeah.
So following that, they get a kickoff, and then Sterling City gets the ball in a kickoff. They have their first play that goes 43 yards. Following that is this. Just a handoff to the left and finds some space. Barrels one kid and gets a touchdown.
Ooh, boy. So that's the extra point attempt, which is 2 points in the 6-man game. Made it 8-8.
8-8. So we have a tie ball game right now.
And that is where we are right now. Of course, our scores this afternoon presented by Deersky and Deersky Realtors. The best, what are we calling them, Trammell? What's been your tagline? I'm having to take
the real estate professionals of Texas.
Yes, I knew Trammell would nail that.
That's right.
He has
Deersky
all
Realtors.
season long, the real estate agents of Texas. So 8-8 right now at AT&T Stadium. This is week 17 of Cover1 Live, and it looks like Trammell is ready to bring us something else. Trammell,
All right, so
here?
Following a turnover on downs by the Tigers, here's the Eagles, number 11, just finds a seam and takes off for the touchdown, and that's going to get the lead to 8-14. If they get the extra point, it could be more, but right now, 8-14. The Eagles are up. That's right, the Concho Valley boys are up in the state championships.
Wow. All right. So there we are, 14-8, Sterling City. This is honestly like a basketball game.
yeah, it is.
Fast.
And I mean, you could say that May got an alley-oop off the jump, off the tip-off.
Yeah.
They just ooped it and scored. But it looks like Sterling City's kind of trying to pull away here.
Yeah, the Sterling City running back there, Knittel. This kid is amazing. I've had the opportunity to see him in the state semifinal game against Borden County, and this kid was just the Swiss Army knife of the entire team. Whether they needed a passing touchdown or Coach Cisco was going to just let him have it on the ground. Anything. He doesn't play offense, doesn't play defense, but man, just so explosive.
Well, he's averaging 35 yards a rush right now. So.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So right now, the Sterling City Eagles, the kids from the Concho Valley, as Matt Trammell would say, representing the 325, 14-8, leading the May Tigers. It's a battle of, I guess you can say, San Angelo versus Brown County or Brownwood. May's coming from the Brownwood area, so it's the battle of the Heartland versus the Concho Valley. So big game right now, or big scoring so far. And we're only just in 7:22 left in the third quarter.
Only a few plays have been ran, but you know, Manny, one thing you haven't talked about yet is Sterling City is undefeated.
Okay.
May has one loss. Do you know who that one loss was?
Who's that to, Trammell?
Sterling City.
Woo!
That's right.
Okay.
They're looking for beatdown number 2.
It was, let me check it out right here. It was week 2. Sterling City won 44-40.
Okay, so could we, do you think we could be in for like a skunk this afternoon? I mean,
Well, I think we're going to get a lot more than 44-40 in this one. It might be another 75 game, so we'll see what happens. But right now, Sterling City's leading, so here's a hope they can keep it going.
Trammell, did you have a chance to set the line for this one here?
Yeah, I said it, 150.
150 points.
I got May +6. I got May winning it by a touchdown.
You have May winning this one.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to beat a team twice, and especially in 6-man, because so many things can happen. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm just the bookkeeper over here.
150 points. May is your winner by 6 points. That is the Matt Trammell calling it for this afternoon. Dang, Trammell. So you may have, probably the Sterling City folks that are watching this game, they're probably hoping maybe that you eat a little crow for that one this afternoon. So we shall see as that one goes. All right, so as we stand right now, it is 14-8 in favor of the Sterling City Eagles right now. So there we are. As you can kind of see the live updated score from Jerry World, first quarter action. Sterling City up 14, May 8. These two teams, very, very good football teams, as we can see. And, you know, just a whole lot of, that's already, they're just stacking up the yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
who knows the total yards combined between these two teams?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to look like that Monday Night Football game the other day with the Browns and the Ravens.
Right.
All those rushing yards.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we will await to see what happens here in the next few moments. James Bellini, our boots on the ground, giving us highlights from Jerry World. If you've never watched a Texas high school football game at AT&T Stadium, man, are you missing out? It's the Taj Mahal of football. Not only just to watch a Cowboys game, certainly when they're playing a little bit better, but you know, for high school football, because it's when we see the stadiums in West Texas, you know, the small hometown stadiums, it's they're not as big.
Yeah.
You know, so you can literally fit all of Sterling City inside AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
So it's good to see kind of them all make the rounds in there. So, but yes, it's Sterling City right now, 14, May 8 in the first quarter of play. They're just a little less than 7 minutes to go in this one. So, in fact, we do have a score update as we speak in that one, and I'm sure we will get that here in just a few moments. It looks like May has just tied the football game with a little less than 7 minutes to go in this one. So we will get you squared away in that one there. Man, it's a big game because it's showing this is not only just the last and final game of the season, but for these seniors, you know, 6-man kids, most of them, they don't go on to play at the collegiate level. It takes a lot for them to kind of do that just because the game is so much different. But man, for these
and is this the first of the kickoff for all the state championships?
Yes. In fact, this is that is exactly right. So
it wasn't supposed to be.
It was not supposed to be. Yeah,
we'll take it.
Trammell, do you care to enlighten us why this was not supposed to be the first game?
The Cocoa. Gotta, after that, get some Germ-X on your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Balmarais, they got the COVID over there, so they had to postpone, but they have until the end of January to play their game, so surely they'll go ahead and play, and we'll see if another West Texas team can take home a championship.
the Balmorhea Bears and the Richland Springs Coyotes.
Richland Springs. Hey, that's kind of almost Concho Valley, right?
Yeah, Richland Springs, they're kind of on the tail end of things there.
Yeah.
But for Richland Springs and Balmorhea, man, it was unfortunate because, both teams are riding high. Here we go, Richland Springs going for a 10th, I believe. I think that's what it is, a 10th state championship, which is unreal.
Yeah.
And then COVID comes in and says, hey, you didn't invite me to the party. I'm going to crash your party at least for the next few weeks. So that's kind of like how that one shook out. So they will wait here for a few more weeks to get that one going. But nonetheless, we do have a highlight that Matt Trammell is cooking up for you. Trammell, what you got going for us?
Well, I got a May Tiger touchdown. Here's what happened. Here's what tied the ball game up, and it was a little bit different than what we've been seeing. It was a pass play. That's right, a play action pass and threw it to the back shoulder, and not going to be able to catch him, and going to be a touchdown. May Tigers do not get the extra point. Kick was no good, so 14-14.
Man. Well, that's certainly where we stand right now, all knotted up. And, we're looking at kind of some of the live stats here, and, that was a 60. There's 60 total yards of passing for the May Tigers right now. And I mean, they're averaging, they've thrown the ball twice. So the longest has been from 46 yards. So, I mean, they're just, it's at that time of the year where it's like, all right, well, let's just empty out the playbook,
And Sterling City has yet to pass. So hopefully they'll throw some out so we can see some throwing balls on their side of the spectrum.
Yeah. All right. So we'll check back in with another highlight as it comes available. This is live COVER1 here on SanAngeloLive.com. I'm Manny Diaz alongside Christian Gabaldon and Matt Trammell there at the live desk, presented by Eggemeyer's General Store. At least the live highlights. So we are bringing you this Class 1A Division I state championship game between the Sterling City Eagles and May Tigers from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Let's see. So, Trammell, we were talking earlier about how, like, some of the teams that Sterling City has had to go through. Talk about some of these guys, these teams, and how they arrived to this point.
Well, Sterling City, they had a really tough road. They had to play teams. Garden City, they're usually good. They weren't that good this year. They had to play May already. They've had to play, they've had a little easy games here and there, Eden, Bront. But they've had to play Westbrook, who was the number 1 team at the time, and then they went to number 2, had to play them again. Beat them both times, had a tough game against Rankin in the playoffs, won 100-88. And then now they're having to play May again for the second time of the season. So if they can do this, it's going to be really impressive. Undefeated season is always impressive, but if you can beat multiple state championship winning teams in that year, then it just makes it all a bit better.
Yeah, something like it's always, we always see in the NFL with the Dolphins, and every time that Dolphins team from the 70s, they're always cheering, and they pop that annual glass of that annual bottle of champagne. when some other team doesn't go undefeated on them, to take away their schedule or take away that undefeated mark.
Yeah,
it was one of the 70s Dolphins teams, but
you know what? May has had a pretty rough and tough schedule too. But they're, unlike Sterling City, they've just been able to roll it the whole time. Besides their Sterling City loss, they only had a hard game against Knox City. They only let up 16 points during district, and they went on a 3-game shutout streak on their defense.
Wow!
And then when they go into playoffs, they shut out Mertzen, Erie County. They go to Jonesboro, beat the heck out of them. They go to Lakey, beat the heck out of them. And then Blum, of course, they went into overtime, but they were able to beat Blum in overtime, 92-86, to get them here where they are now.
My goodness. So yeah, and Blum, I believe they reached the state championship last season. So, I mean, you're talking about a team that's kind of had to go through some folks just to get to where they are. So that's pretty impressive, to say the least. All right, so this game is just kind of just taking its time. Usually we see the 6-man game kind of just move rapidly, quickly, and right now we are tied at 14 apiece with just about 6.5 minutes to go in the opening frame of play. So we'll kind of see how this one shakes out. May was able to get back, was able to tie this ball game on a pass. That was good there. So the kids from Brown County not going quietly into the North Texas night or the North Texas afternoon. So we'll see how this one kind of shakes up there. But tomorrow, hey folks, you can join us here as well. We will also have a kind of a live broadcast of our coverage of the San Angelo Central Bobcats and in Eaton, Fort Worth Eaton, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening from ACU's Anthony Field there in North Abilene. The Bobcats be looking to reach that third round of the Class 6A playoffs for the first time since I think that's 2016. You have to go back. That's the year that they played. They welcomed the Allen Eagles to San Angelo.
Yep.
But man, this is we haven't seen it in a while for the Central Bobcats.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it. You know, they had to drive 8 hours last week to El Paso, and now it's just a little hour and a half, 2-hour road trip on a bus.
It's not bad.
Yeah, not at all. So hopefully they can travel well tomorrow.
Yeah.
But right now it's Eagles.
Yeah.
No Bobcats.
Right now the Sterling City Eagles are all tied up with the May Tigers. Exactly right, Christian. And Christian, we're seeing. Let's see.
Touchdown.
Yep.
You just as soon as you put your hand out, touchdown. Might need to do that more.
What do we got here on the?
Looks like Cox was a pass complete to Calderon for a 30-yard touchdown.
Yep.
Where were they at? It looks like they were on their 30-yard line.
Okay.
So, touchdown.
And right there on the right side, we do have like some game stats right there. Christian, enlighten us on what we're seeing with the Sterling City Eagles there.
Well, Sterling City is just kind of dominating them on offense with double their first downs with 4. May only has 2. Sterling City's only passed 1 time, and it was a touchdown. So
well, speaking of touchdown and speaking of pass,
yeah,
let's check it out.
Enlighten us, Trammell.
All right, here it is. And so the 6-man little formations are weird, so I'm not going to call them out. But either way, play action pass, and that's a touchdown. What a beautiful fade, and what a beautiful ball that was. Let's check that out again, guys.
Yeah, what a well-thrown ball right there.
Yeah, that was no duck.
The corner did not want
tight spot
any
right
smoke.
there. No. And it was just completely out of position.
Woo.
That's a touchdown, and going to take the lead. Kick is blocked. Sterling City up 20-14.
20-14, the Sterling City Eagles. So you are seeing this evolve here in.
Look at how happy the crowd is. They're going crazy.
Yeah. Let's keep it. We'll give you one more look of it. So the Sterling City Eagles getting back on the right hand of the scoreboard there. Man.
Bing. Yep. And then just the happy crowd. And the baby. Look. The baby's going to witness the state championship. We got to love it. His first state championship.
Yeah, it looks like all of Sterling City's there. At least that's what James Bellini said before the game started there. So right now, as we speak, the Sterling City Eagles have taken the lead on the May Tigers 20-14. A little about 4:20 left in the opening frame of play from AT&T Stadium there. So, man, the Sterling City Eagles just kind of getting things together. This is a team that you always talk about a team of how good that they can come back or make adjustments. And I tell you what, this Sterling City team is that. From what I saw in the state semifinal game against Borden County, that they did. And these guys are built to do that kind of thing. The athletes that they have on this team are fantastic. So from Knittel to Gonzalez to Cox, I mean, you can go throughout to Calderon. You're going to see a lot of interesting characters kind of pop up in this game, and they're going to make it interesting. And right now, we're seeing 7 rushing attempts from the Sterling City Eagles and already 106 yards rushing so far. So, I mean, it's a track meet right now.
It really is.
If you really think about it. So, 20-14, Sterling City leading May in the first quarter. About 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. So, Christian, I know you played six-man football, or not six-man. You played, big Class 6A football. Certainly for all of your playing days. Were you ever in a shootout like this where your scoring was just happening at will?
Man, I'm trying to think if I was. I can't say I don't know. I can't remember if I was, but I can remember watching, Henry Teeter and Mav for sure being in some with like Colleen Shoemaker when they played. I think it was like 58-52 or some sort of score like that.
Game. Yeah,
like games like that, and they're so fun to watch, man. And that's what I like. Six-man. It's like you said, a basketball game in pads basically.
Yep.
And it's just high pace all the time. Whereas 6A or 5A, 4A, you see wall and it's like triple option, 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards.
Right.
And like those are awesome games, but it's just not really my forte. Like just watching that.
Exactly.
Like when Army and Navy play.
Oh yeah,
it's like America's game, but man, I can't watch that.
America's game about 80 years ago.
Yeah.
50
yeah.
years
It's
ago.
like a nap time.
Yeah, it really is. 'Cause, with all the spread offenses and how they've, how just offenses have evolved over the years. It's not just to hand it off and cloud of dust.
It's a way different way with the spread to show off your athlete's athleticism, I feel like, and implement so many different plays into it. So
Definitely. All right, so let's give you a score update here. So we have Sterling City leading May 20-14 with about 4:11 to go in the opening quarter of play. It's a whole. We've seen touchdowns from Gonzalez and Canittle from the Sterling City side, along with Damien Calderon there. He was good for a 30-yard touchdown reception. I believe that was the one and only touchdown, or the one and only pass of the game from the Sterling City Eagles that went to Calderon there. So, 1 for 1. You're averaging 30 yards, longest ball.
Look at that QBR, 682.
Woo! I mean, what more can he ask for at this point? So,
it's also third down for the Tigers, so gotta love it.
Okay, so
fourth down for the Tigers. Look at that.
All right, so we are seeing hour one of coverage here of San Angelo, of live Cover 1 here on www.sanangelolive.com. Thank you so much for joining us, whether it be on Facebook, the YouTube, or here on the website itself. This is the biggest game in West Texas. Heck, it's the biggest game in Texas going on right now because it's playing for a state championship for the six-man kids Division I. Sterling City making the program's first appearance at Jerry World, the first state championship appearance since 2010. So 10 years ago, man, that's a lot. A lot has happened.
Quite a lot, yeah.
Since then. So Sterling City's a team that they're always hanging around, deep in the Texas high school football playoffs. And, it always just takes maybe that one, just that sprinkle of kids that's just been chomping at the bit to get to that point, or to get them over the hump. And it looks like the Sterling City team has done just that, getting to this point. But I don't think they're satisfied with getting.
No, definitely not.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on right now. We got Mays driving the ball. They're on Sterling City's 25-yard line. It's 4th and 9. Ball's on the 26. There ain't no kicking field goals in six-man. So
Nope.
May actually had to use their first timeout right now. There's a minute 50 left in the first quarter. So if they don't get this could be a huge swing for Sterling City to get up by 2 touchdowns or 2 scores. So it's all going to probably not all come down to this play, but a lot's going to come down to this play right here, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is in their state semifinal showdown against Borden County, that game went into overtime, and it came down to a 4th down play where Borden County they were forced, their hand was forced to not only, to get to the sticks. If they would have got to the sticks, they could have prolonged the drive. Certainly sometimes in those games like that, you either got to score or you got to get to the first down marker with them. They still had a chance, but man, that Sterling City defense has just said, "Hey, hold the phone,"
which is so hard to do in a game like this. Yeah,
and that's what the Sterling. So it would not surprise me to see the Sterling City team, this defense, kind of just hold them in place, at least for 1 or 2 of these drives. And I think it's going to come down to that I think it could very well come down to that, as you saw in the game against Borden County, which we will refresh your memory on that one there. It was a great game that went into overtime as the Sterling City Eagles battled 48-40 against Borden County. So Matt Trammell signaling us.
So I let y'all know. I told y'all what was going to happen. I said, hey, this next play is going to be very important. And the man, James Bellini, he got us the video.
It's going to be
huge. Check it out. Let's see what happens.
Huge.
So remember, May Tigers, they called a timeout. It's 4th down right here. Let's see what happens. They take the snap, and he tries to find somebody. He throws it, but guess what? He does find somebody, and it's a Sterling City Eagle. That's an interception right there. We can check it back. Let's wind it back right here. He's running from the defenders and just chunks it up there right in the hands of Sterling City. So, that's it. Sterling City's ball.
Man,
what an important 4th down right there.
That is a huge 4th down. Perhaps maybe this is time for a momentum shift.
Yeah.
Heck, you go up 2 scores, that may be what you need, because then, you know, if everyone scores every other play, you know.
I don't know if that was in the end zone, but he could have batted that down and maybe had better.
Yeah, he probably could have let it go, but
hey,
you know what?
You could say he got
secure the ball.
You can say he got an interception in Jerry's world.
Hey, that's right. Got an interception in the state championship that put us up. Well, not put us up, but 20-14 regardless.
All right, so here we'll take a look at this score here, 20-14. The Sterling City Eagles leading the May Tigers, and you saw the interception there, giving them the ball back. They'll have it deep in the heart of their own territory. It's kind of from their own back door, from their own doorstep there. But man, what a momentum shift that we saw and that we're seeing right now. And perhaps this is a time for, you know, Canittle, Gonzalez, for Calderon.
So, Christian, it was not in the end zone. It was actually on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
That's where he intercepted it. And so right now they had a 5-yard run. It's 3rd down and 10 on the Sterling City 10-yard line.
Okay, so we're going to see how this one shakes out. An exciting ball game in this one here. Sterling City kind of just, they're a team that they're hungry, and I love how this defense plays. I mean, they swarm, and if you ask me, when it comes to adjustments, I'd say they're one of the best teams in Texas when it comes to that. So good stuff, to say the least, that's going on right now at Jerry World. We'll see kind of what shakes out in this upcoming drive as we see the Sterling City Eagles have possession of the football there from Jerry World, and we'll give you one last look of the scoreboard there, 20-14 there in the first quarter. It is winding down. We're the final ticks of the opening frame with about 9 seconds left.
Timeout Sterling City, so we're going to have a play before the end of the first quarter.
So we'll see how that one kind of comes out there. All right, so so far what you're seeing, Christian, how do you feel about Sterling City, and certainly how this thing is kind of moving so far?
I think that they're running at ease and at will with these May Tigers. I just think that every play is at least 5 a pop, and I mean, the field's only 80 yards, so
yeah.
I mean, you add it up, and they're going to score a lot. And I don't think they've been stopped either. Sterling City has stopped May on 2 drives, but
right.
Sterling City scored at ease in every single one of their drives.
And that's probably that's a huge difference maker, certainly,
absolutely,
in any of that. Trammell, your thoughts on what we're seeing so far from the Sterling City team?
Well, so far it's been action-packed, so either way, this thing is going to be fun the entire, not night, but I guess entire day. The second quarter finally started. They didn't get the first down, but it's 4th and 2, so we'll see how hungry they are, if they want to punt or if they want to keep that attack going. Like Christian said, they go for 5 a pop, so they could go for it here. Who knows, but either way, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I set the over-under at 150. Neither one of y'all have said y'all want the over. So
I'll take the
first
over.
one that's going to dibs it can go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm taking the under on that. I'm not messing with that one there. I probably like the over more than anything else.
There you go.
This is a good old West Texas shootout to say the least with that. All right, thank you, Matt Trammell. There at the live desk, all of our highlights this afternoon are presented by Eggemeyer's General Store, the best darn little general store in West Texas, and if you haven't made the Christmas shopping, you need to go down to Eggemeyer's. These guys will definitely take good care of you. And tell them Manny, tell them Christian, tell them Matt Trammell sent you with that one there. So so right now 20-14, Sterling City leading the May Tigers from Jerry World at AT&T Stadium. This is the start of the second quarter. So as last we checked with that, it was about 4th and 2 for the Sterling City Eagles that they have the football. How they arrived to that point, it was an interception that they came down with on fourth down from the May Tigers, and we saw the Eagles intercepted at about the 5-yard line, so that gave them the football back. They've stopped May twice now, which is huge in six-man football, because I think six-man football is just an insane amount of momentum. That's what it's all
really
about,
is, yeah.
You know?
So, just like basketball.
Guys, what we were talking about in crazy QBRs, remember we said Cox had a 682? Well, update, and we have a score update. Knittel, pass complete to Cox. That's right. 62 yards. That puts him at a 950 QBR rate. 1 for 1, 62 yards and a touchdown, plus the extra point. Sterling City's up 28-14, guys.
Oh my goodness. So we're seeing plenty of fireworks come down from the Sterling City kids right now, 28-14. I tell you, the Knittel kid, this guy is something else.
Yeah.
And you'll see it here in the highlight because Matt Trammell's ready to bring us that one there. And this guy is something else. Trammell, take us away.
All right, so here it is. We talked about it. Let's live about it. That wasn't even a long pass, just a short little dump off, and that's it. Oh, with a clean block to just set him up. Can we just take a look and just see this block right here? Look, boom, takes out 2 people, 1 push. That's right. All the way. So look, just a little short pass and get behind your blockers.
Yeah,
find
14.
some space, have somebody to lay some kids out, and you are going to win a state championship. Sterling City's up 28-14.
Woo, that's not a bad way to live, certainly when you're playing for all the marbles in Texas there. So we're seeing the Sterling City Eagles get back on the scoreboard there from AT&T Stadium. We'll have one last look at it. And that's, I mean, as you said, Christian, it was, these guys just kind of just look like they're just, I wouldn't say coasting, but it just looks like they're moving at their own pace. And their own pace is something that's, that's fast for them. It may be just right for them, but it's probably extremely fast for the May Tigers who are trying to catch up at this point. But man, we're seeing Sterling City have their way right now with the May Tigers, 28-14. This game is now in the second quarter of play. So big game right now for what's going on for the kids from Sterling City, Texas.
Knittel and Cox both have a rushing and passing touchdown already.
Do they?
And receiving. Oh wait, no. Cox has
Calderon.
receiving though.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the Calderon kid, this guy, watch out for him, as he will certainly make things interesting as we kind of move along there. All right, Trammell, we're talking about this over-under line. Give me what went into this and how you kind of decided upon that there.
All right, well, I didn't really know how to gauge this and knew it was going to be high scoring. I could have set it at 200 for all I wanted, but I figured 150 be even because we had, this many in the first quarter. 75-75 will make it 150. So looks like Sterling City is going to maybe get to probably about 80 on their own. So let's see if May can keep up the pace.
All right. Okay, so we shall see that one there. Sterling City right now leading the May Tigers 28-14 in the second quarter of play. It's about 9:46 to go left in the first half of play from Jerry World. I'd like to remind you that our scoreboard this afternoon presented by Deersky and Deersky Realtors. What's that one-liner there, Trammell? What are you saying with the
real estate professionals of Texas?
I love it when he says it. Yes, he's so good when he says those. Usually we have our live desk sponsored.
Hey, that scores page is still up. Anyone want to go check out some scores live, anything? That's where you check it out. San Angelo Live/scores brought to you by Deersky and Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas.
Alrighty, yeah.
That's the whole line there.
Yeah, Matt Trammell is one to is not. He's not shy.
I think I've said that 1, 2, 16. What week is this? 17 times?
Yeah, we're in week 17. So for the folks from Sterling City, thank you so much for joining us. We'll read off a few comments here. Jack Kinsey, Sterling City all the way. Mary Robbins Hasty, go SC Eagles. Barbara Cifuentes, let's go Sterling City. Ana Hector Gonzalez, go Eagles, Sterling City. Margarita Perez, bring the gold, Eagles. Tiffany Hasty is someone who went to Sterling City, went to state in Sterling City in 2007. This is exciting for me to watch. Let's go SC. James Rodriguez, come on Eagles. And, of course, Tiffany Hasty throwing up the football there. So Sterling City right now with a comfortable 2-possession lead in the second quarter of play. It was the opening possession of play, as we saw there, and it looks like we're about to bring you another scoring update, or at least another big play update from James Bellini, who is our boots on the ground there at Jerry World. So we will kind of keep you updated on that. In fact, that's what we were going to bring you. Trammell, are we ready to go for that?
Yeah. So it was third down. So they really needed this one. It was the opening kickoff. It was 3rd and 15. So they needed all right here, or at least some of it, to get it back, but could not get the handoff right and ended up getting swallowed up in the backfield, making it 4th down.
Wow.
So looks like Sterling City's going to get another chance at this one. And score right now, 28-14.
Yep. It is a whole lot of Sterling City right now, and that was a big 3rd down. Is that what you're saying, Trevor?
Yeah, big 3rd down play right there.
Alrighty, so as we stand 28-14 right now, Sterling City leading May in the second quarter of play with about 7:56 to go left in the opening half. In fact, we do have a score, another update. Tremel, what you got?
All right, so we said it was 4th down, and James Bellini, the man, he's on the boots right there. He's living life down there in Arlington at AT&T Stadium, sending us all the highlights. So here's that 4th down play right here. So the May Tigers, they're going to figure out what they're going to do. Remember, it's 4th and a long way from that fumble last time. So it's going to be a pitch back, a little pass, and going to actually be met up, and it's going to be short of the 1st down. So turnover on downs, Sterling City's ball.
Man, and that's in prime. Look at that field position there.
Defense just rallying right there.
Look at,
all those purple jerseys.
Yep, get purple hats to the football, and that's what happened.
If you think about like how defense is played in basketball, it's like, you know, you lower your hips and you know you put your arms out and you're just getting ready to defend. That's exactly how they look.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are the way they're playing. I mean, that's great defense how they're doing that there.
Swarming to the football.
Yeah, just swarm to the football there.
The Eagles, I guess Eagles don't really fly in packs.
All right, Matt Trammell keeping us updated throughout the afternoon, along with James Bellini here on Live Cover 1. Hey, some more shout-outs to you from Crystal Homes. Let's go Eagles. Troy Osieja, anywhere to stream the game? Yeah, of course, right here, my man.
Right here, my
Stay
man.
with us, bro.
Look, I let him know. Only place to get live highlights
Yeah.
right here.
Deborah Wilson, Matt Trammell doing good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mama Deb. Shout out to Mama Deb out there.
There we go, yeah. And then Travis Frey, let's go Eagles, bring it home. Margaret Perez, 34-14 Eagles. So it looks like we are about to have a scoring update from AT&T Stadium.
All right, Knittel, he got his 2nd touchdown. But that didn't take long, boys. 31-yard touchdown. That's one play. Or wait,
his 3rd touchdown. He has a passing.
3 plays after the turnover on downs. They got a touchdown. 36-14.
All right, we will await that.
You won't have to wait very long. Look, they're asking where can we watch it? You can watch it right here, guys.
We got the score, so hey, let's bring you the highlight of it here. So let's give you not a live look in, but a highlight portion of this.
There he is, Knittel, shaking and baking, making moves. Man, you know, it really helps when he's got that size back there and that speed, because he can just find those little holes and then get lost. That's a touchdown. Big old 44 chasing him, but just a little short.
Knittel's too quick.
What I tell you, Knittel's like the Swiss Army knife on this team. You know?
Yeah, man. He's got 3 touchdowns.
What's going on?
One more time, you see Knittel just round the corner. Fantastic blocking there. The stock blocks are just fantastic there. as the Sterling City Eagles. And let this one kind of go, Trammell. Let's see the crowd. See if James Bellini gives us a look at the crowd there.
I bet he does. Everyone's happy. Let's see. There they are. Yeah, the Sterling City crowd.
Yeah.
You gotta love them.
All that purple.
People from the Concho Valley.
The purple people.
The purple people. There they are. Go Eagles.
All right, so we're seeing Sterling City right now leading May 36-12 as they have increased the lead. Dwayne Huff, appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Luis Segura joining us from Sonora, Texas. Thank you guys so much.
Hey, Brendan Clinton. Yeah, my man Brendan Clinton. His dad's the old Coach Leveland.
All righty, well, there we go.
Gotta love it.
Hey, we're getting plenty of love here on the live stream here, bringing you Week 17, the Class 1A Division I State Championship. And right now, this is a whole lot of Sterling City.
Yeah.
And Christian, if you can, read me some of these stats of what we're seeing there.
Caniddle's 1 for 1 through the air, 62 yards, a touchdown. 7 rushing attempts for 132 yards, 2 more touchdowns. Caldero's got him 1. Cox has a receiving and a passing. I mean, just handing out touchdowns everywhere.
MVP.
You want a touchdown. You want a touchdown. You want a touchdown.
Yeah. I think he's kind of already on his way to maybe perhaps that if, I'm already riding high that Sterling City's going to, I'm saying that they're going to win this, but, if he keeps on playing like this, the Sterling City teams keep playing like this. Why not? Why not give
him the MVP? Might as well.
Why not give it to him? So big things going on. Hey, Rebecca Renteria, go Bobcats. Hey, that's tomorrow night.
Yeah, your show's tomorrow. Come on.
Well, we'll get you covered tomorrow night. So right now it is the Sterling City Eagles leading 36-14. They're in the second quarter of play. We're working with just a little less than 7 minutes to go. The May Tigers trailing in this one. Trammell, you did say that we saw this was a matchup that came earlier in the season.
That's right, and we're already reaching that total. The last time they played was week 4, and it was week 4. Maybe it actually may have been earlier. Week 2 actually. It was a 44-40 win for the Sterling City Eagles against the May Tigers. But as you can see already, we're already probably going to surpass 44-40 at halftime. So we'll have to see what happens, but. Shoot, 6-man, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything, and I'm not ruling out a potential comeback. I'm just loving what these Sterling City Eagles are doing right now.
You gotta love it, man.
Yeah, Dwayne Huff, my man, have to support our West Texas family. Go Eagles, get them. Absolutely.
Let's go, Baby D tomorrow.
Yeah,
Baby D better get his chickens.
Yeah.
got a score update for you guys. So Harold, he got his second touchdown pass. It was completed to Hogg for a 41-yard touchdown for the May Tigers. So they're inching a little closer, 36-22 after the field goal attempt was good. So 36-22, we'll have the highlight for y'all shortly.
All righty, so May, they're saying, hey, don't forget about us.
They're hearing the May slander, and they're not having it.
Yeah, exactly. Not having any of that. Right now, 36-22. We did promise a video highlight of that, so let's go.
And here
let's go check that out.
All right. So like I said, he's just looking, chunks one, and finds him. What a throw!
Oh my goodness!
You want to talk about a sidearm throw? Check this guy out. Woo! But that thing is a rocket, and it is going to be a touchdown for the May Tigers, and the kick is good. So it is going to be 36-20.
Man, look at that
right
ball.
Over the defender, man.
Perfect. I'd say, it's one thing to play defense with, in the 11-man football game, but like that guy, the defender out there is literally playing on an island.
Yeah. It's him and the receiver, man.
Yeah. Look at this baseball arm by this guy. Look at his
submarine.
Feet. Look at those feet. Oh, we like it. Look at that. Rocket.
36-22 right now. Sterling City leading May. May just they just put a scoring drive together there. So this is about 6 minutes to go left in the second quarter of play.
After this, May attempted an onside kick, but it was recovered by Sterling City.
Okay, well there we go. Dwayne Huff replying back to Christian's comment here about some chickens. Yes, chicken strip combo for D-Baby, another gold ball.
Gotta love it, man.
That's what we like to see.
Hey, another gold ball, another Instagram post.
Yeah. You live for the post on the gram and a chicken dinner. Absolutely. All right, so it is a very, I mean, this is a good ball game, you know.
6 minutes left in the second quarter, and it's 36-22.
Yeah,
man,
it's ridiculous.
You can't ask for much more than this right now. Trammell, how excited are you that May is making this interesting right now?
See, look, this is what I love. You know, I'm cool with Sterling City winning and all, but I don't want it to be a blowout. I want it to be exciting, and I want us to have a lot of highlights. To do that, we can't just have Sterling City highlights. So, you know, if they want to grease the defense a little bit and give up some scores, that's fine for us as long as we can get some video courtesy of James Bellini down there in Jerry's world. Yeah,
Bellini is absolutely knocking it out of the park right now as we're seeing Sterling City kind of just have their way with May right now, 36-22. It's a two-possession ball game right now, so we're going to see how this one kind of evolves. And Trammell, you are signaling us,
guys. Okay, so Knittel, we know he's a boss, but did you know that he has 3 touchdowns now? 42 yards. That's right. He just scored a 42-yard rushing touchdown. The kick was good. Sterling City's now at 44-22.
My goodness.
So now they've officially put the dub on him.
Yeah, 44-22 here in the second quarter of play. Knittel, I was sold on this guy. Sir, I mean,
you've been on Knittel.
I've been on him. I was sold on him whenever the first touchdown that I saw him score against Borden County, and I was like, man, this guy is something special. And I had to have a chat with him after the game in that one, and you can tell that guy was absolutely exhausted. Because he was a lot of the Sterling City offense there. So
check this out, Manny. You want to talk about wheels, man? This kid has them. So he gets all the way out here to the outside, but once he breaks that, check out the. Oh my gosh!
See ya.
Yeah, see you later. I think he ran all the way back into the locker room after that. Man,
he Forrest Gumped.
That's got to be like a 4-4 right there. That guy is chopping it.
Yeah, that's a little Ricky Bobby. He's so fast, a little shake and bake.
And then look, the Sterling City Eagles.
They're
going crazy.
Yep. I mean, all of Sterling City looks like they're there. They're in Arlington this afternoon. And why not? I mean, it's a celebration.
Shut
for
down
everyone.
the whole town.
Yeah, this is what exactly that means. Dwayne Huff, I love the commentary here, Dwayne. They may have to change cleats. It's a track meet. Gotta love the 6-man ball.
Couldn't have been said better.
Yeah, so we're seeing right now Sterling City leading May 44-22 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. So
I bet they're regretting that onside kick now.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a scoring delight, you know, a scoring cocktail, if you will. So we're seeing lots of good things right now from the Sterling City team. Can you tell me how many total rushing yards we have from the Sterling City right now?
202 total rushing yards.
Okay.
Averaging 14 a pop.
Oh my gosh.
Knittel has 174 of them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So Knittel's just a one-man wrecking crew himself. That dude is on fire right now. So Sterling City leading May 44-22 in the Class 1A Division I 6-man state championship game. So we'll go back to that one as highlights come available, and I'm assuming as it goes, we're probably going to see some more Knittel be unleashed.
He's the Wilcox of Sterling City.
He is. He really is. Yeah. Dwayne Huff, more cocktails, please. More scoring cocktails. You know, we're seeing a concoction there. So yeah, thank you, Dwayne Huff. Always a friend of COVER1. In fact, I've had an opportunity to kind of do a few pieces with him involving Central Bobcats football. Always just a joy to talk to. His son, D-Baby. This dude lives on the defensive line, and if you're opposition, you don't want to live there. But yeah, Trammell, run that back as we get ready to see this one here. All right, so we do have you remember how we're talking about Sterling City defense? Well, here we go. And these guys just showing up this afternoon. The Iron Men, if you will.
And it looked like everything was lost. It looked like he was going to go score a touchdown, and he forgot how to hold on to the ball. That's right. That's a fumble recovery, and that's going to be
a touchback.
Either a touchback or on the 1 yard line. Yep. So it's going to be a touchback.
Recovered by Cox.
Look at this. Look at this. What a chase down, and then just to go for the strip. What just complete nerve of the guy.
See, kids, don't give up.
And put the ball in the outside hand right there.
Oh, man.
And that goes out of bounds.
If he probably would have just ran straight, he might have scored. It's this little juke move that gave him the angle to get it smashed out of there.
Yeah. He was in his feels for that one.
Yeah, he was like, well, let's try to fake him out like I'm not just going to keep going straight. Anyways, fumble, Sterling City's ball.
And Canedo just hit 200 rushing yards as well. So,
man,
goodness.
Yeah. Dwayne Huff, my man, nice takeaway there. So, so big time takeaway for the Sterling City Eagles as they get the football back. That was a touchback on that play, so they'll get it back. It's pretty much like a kickoff.
Trying to put up that 50-piece.
Yeah, I mean they're close to the 50-piece.
Yeah, they're super close to it.
Speaking of combos there, I mean that's. Well, we need some food sponsors here on the show.
Pizza.
Cane's 50-piece.
Hey, I'll tell you what the best 2-piece combo you can get. Pizza and pizza. Pizza.
Yeah. There we go, Trammell, saving the day there.
Save the day. Love pizza all day. Extra most best is on me tonight.
Yeah. Extra most best. All right. So right now, 44-22, the Sterling City Eagles leading the May Tigers with about 4:53 left in the opening half of play. It's a whole lot of Sterling City, and as we kind of mentioned earlier, I mean, these guys, they're just kind of playing at their own pace, and whatever that may be, however that just shakes out for them, that's just what they do best, and it's a lot of fun to watch. These guys have been impressive this entire season, and just shutting out teams from 45 in them, just doing work. So big things going on for these kids from Sterling City, looking to bring back the gold ball to West Texas, and we hope they do. That's for sure. All right, so Matt Trammell, any thoughts on this defense? What we're seeing so far with Sterling City?
What is that one more time?
Defense. Thoughts on the defense from Sterling City?
Well, 6 men, so there's not a lot of defense you can do. But what we've seen them do is we've seen them get football hats to the football. We've seen them have number of players when they do make tackles. We've seen them not give up on that last touchdown. It would have been easy just to say, "Oh, it's all right, we're winning. Just let them score. It's right there." But nope, they went and they got the fumble on the 1 yard line. So they're playing hard and they're playing good. Not much to say, but they're about to score a touchdown right here as they're on their May's 30-yard line. So probably be coming to the highlight pretty quick.
All right, so they are creeping there as we rejoin back here at the desk. As we're presented by our first hour of coverage, Little Caesars Pizza of San Angelo for the pregame, midgame, postgame eats. Join us. Hit up our friends over there for the good old hot and ready. We're seeing a lot of some. Usually, whenever we see six-man football, we see a lot of offense. But here we're seeing some good defense, some good old-fashioned defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking advantage of the guy holding it with one arm and in the inside hand, and he just ripped it right out, man.
That's day one. Come on, my man. Yeah, you can't do that one there, and that's got to be a tough pill to swallow when it comes to that one there. So we'll see what happens here in this upcoming drive with the Eagles, as Trammell said. That they are getting ready to score. Trammell, do you have an update of kind of what you're seeing there?
So right now it was third down. It was 3rd down and 2. They got it all the way to the 1 yard line, Manny, and they got tackled on the 1 yard line. But they called a holding penalty. So now it's 4th and 12. They're on the 31 yard line. They took a timeout. They're going to try to draw something up here, maybe get the first down. Probably if they get the first down, more than likely get the touchdown. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Alrighty. Okay, so Sterling City kind of, I guess, in a bind, in a pickle?
Somewhat. I mean, they're still in May's territory, though, so I'm sure they'll draw something up real quick. Because they're scoring at ease, like you said. I mean, it's 12 yards. What's 12 to Kittle's Knittle's 213.
Yeah,
you know?
this dude, the one-man wrecking crew for the Sterling City Eagles.
10 attempts, 213 yards. 21 yards a carry. This guy is going to be the MVP.
That's indoor.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, guys.
That's indoor football type.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so
this is like playing one-on-one out here.
that's very, very similar to that. Yes, indeed. All right.
So after they just got back after the timeout, and dang it, got a false start. So and it was on Knittle.
Oh man, of all people.
We start bragging about him, and then false start. So now it brings it back to 4th and 17 on the May 36-yard line. So we might, I don't know, we're not gonna see a punt, but it might make it a little harder.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think they really punt in six-man football. I think it's more like, okay, let's just go down to the goal line. Hey, go find him, and let's figure it out from there.
Yep. And they actually did not have an update for y'all. We said, I bet he felt bad about that false start, because guess what? Rushed for 36 yards and a touchdown.
Get out.
Oh, gosh.
And that brings it to 50-22.
Okay.
50 burger in the second quarter is not even over yet.
Oh, my goodness.
The 50 burger is going hard right now, so Matt Trammell will prepare that highlight for us there. And man, oh man, are we seeing kind of the Sterling City Eagles just kind of just open this thing up. Right now it is 52-22 there at AT&T Stadium. Let's get you caught up on that one. Trammell, do we have the highlight there?
Here it is. Let's go ahead and watch it. So 4th and 17. Remember, had a false start by Knittle, and he's looking to pass it, but just keeps it himself, makes somebody miss, cuts it back to the other side of the field, and goes and scores. Look, half of the players didn't even have to block that play.
That's like playing backyard football. That's what that looks like.
Here is the 6 people on the field. Here's number 1. Goodbye. Here's number 2. Goodbye. 3, 4. Goodbye. Here's number 5. Goodbye. And number 6. Goodbye. And that's going to be an untouched touchdown. 4th and 17. What a play by Knittle.
Man, oh man. So Knittle, this is the guy. I mean, whenever R.I.P. Kobe, whenever we'd see him at the free throw line, and the chants from the Staples Center, MVP. MVP.
Yeah, that's probably what Sterling City's doing right now.
Yeah, the Sterling City folks are chanting Knittle right now. MVP. MVP.
No kidding, man.
All right.
I mean, not even two-hand touch.
Yeah.
Football, he would have been down. Dwayne
Huff asking a valid question. Is there a mercy rule involved in the state championship? Yes, indeed there is. It follows the same rules as always. There's a potential for a 45 mercy rule. So, yeah. If that happens, if they can score, I mean, if they're able to put a few more touchdown drives together, that is very well possible at the end of the half, or certainly into the second half. At any point, a 45-point mercy rule arrives at that point there. So,
well, Manny, we had just a little message from James Bellini down there. He said, I'm going to be upset if I drove 4 hours for a 45. So let's just hope we can get some action from May and we can keep this football game going all night.
Yeah, we're with you there, Bellini. AJ Rios, good friend of mine from old Cristobal, Texas. He was QB1 for the old Cougs back in the day. Appreciate you joining us, my man. Deanna Esquivel, go Eagles, cheering for y'all from Abilene, Texas. Thank you so much for making live COVER1 your one-stop shop for Sterling City football, heck, for Texas high school football this entire season. So here we are. This is kind of the point where we have arrived to with a little less than 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Sterling City leading May 52-22 in the second quarter. Sterling City looking to complete that perfect season. Gentlemen, do you think we can get to 15-0 with these guys?
Shoot, if it looks like this. Christian, a little fast math. Are you ready?
Ready.
What's 22 plus 45?
It's 77.
77?
Yeah.
All right, so if we can get to 77, it's Q meant
Wait,
22?
plus 45 or 55?
45. 45 or
that might be 67.
Oh, is it 67? Ah, come on.
What
do you got?
Hey, I've been out of school for a second.
22 and 45 is 67. So if it can get to 67-22, we can have a mercy rule. But other than that, we're going to have some more football.
Okay, yeah. We would like to see the second half. So, guys, I mean, Sterling City, if you have Caniddle, don't give us everything here. We'd like to see you down the stretch, at least in the third quarter for a little bit. Margarita Perez, 45-point mercy rule, the same. I hope so. Come on, Eagles. Hey, my good friend Misael Torres jumping and logging on to watching us here this afternoon.
Stan the man, the golf coach from Levelland's now watching. Stan the man.
Well, right on. There we go. There we go. Charlie Kidder, a way to run cross. A great blocking by the Eagles. So cross Caniddle, this guy is just tearing up this game.
Man.
How many touchdowns does he have so far?
He has 5 total.
5 total.
4 rushing.
1 passing, 4 rushing, 249 yards on 11 rushes.
Goodness.
That is insane. Insane.
So right now, May has the ball on Sterling City's 17-yard line. It's 3rd and 15. They just called their second time out of the game with 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay, so May, I mean, obviously some things would have to happen for a 45-point rule to go into effect, because we'd have to see Sterling City perhaps get a turnover,
another
turnover.
one. Yeah.
Perhaps one that would go for 6.
We're gonna need some onside kicks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna see the 45-point rule happen here in the first half. I think that's probably.
I think they'll live to see another quarter.
Yes,
they will.
Yes, that's a good way to put it there. Hey, Charlie joining us all the way down from Harlingen, Texas. Cross is his grandson.
Oh, man.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, thank you so much for joining us, man. This is I bet you're a proud granddad there. Cross is, man, this guy been playing his tail off this afternoon. He put together a lot of scoring drives in the state semifinal game against Borden County. Dwayne Huff. Wow, that is awesome. Cross is a bad man.
That's a bad man.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Dwayne. Cross is a very bad man right now as the Sterling City Eagles lead 52-22 with about $1:16 left in the first half of play from Jerry World. So, man, do you think that we'll get to the fourth quarter? That should be the question right now for the May Tigers. Do you think we'll see anything?
I think we'll get to the fourth quarter. I think May just had a mental mistake on that last fumble, and I think that could have went for 6 easily.
Yeah.
But just mental mistakes. I think they'll try and we know they can run on them because Sterling City's like just giving their defense so much time.
Right.
They're not getting any rest time, so I think they'll put some more points up and extend to the fourth. I don't know if they'll beat the Eagles
if
necessarily.
they can get one more touchdown right here, that would put them at they would only need 8, and then they get the ball to start the second half. So if it's 4th and 15 right here for the May Tigers with around minute 16 left. So if they get the ball, they got a minute to score. If they can score, get a touchdown and a field goal, that's 7. Then you go score, get the extra point again, and then you start the next thing. We may be done at the start of the second half. And May did not get the first down. So 59 seconds left. Sterling City starts the drive at their own 17-yard line.
All right,
man.
Yeah, so Matt Trammell keeping us updated in that one there. We'll give you one last look at the scoreboard before we come back here to the desk. 52-22, the Sterling City Eagles leading the May Tigers here in the second quarter. Hey, Sammy Farmer, Wanda Saron joining us here on the broadcast. Sammy Farmer, Tom Green County Commissioner here, battling COVID. Man, he is watching from COVID quarantine. We appreciate the love, Sammy. Thank you so much. Ty Casey, his grandson, also, very
Mr. INT.
Yeah, Ty Casey is certainly for the Central Bobcats turned into an INT machine. All right, so it looks like we do have a highlight piece of video to get to. Trammell, what do we got here?
Here it is. This is that 4th down play that they were able to get the stop with a little pitch back and tries to find his man in this, but does not find him.
Just bet it
do y'all know that show Shacked and a Fool? Or come on, man. Yeah. Well, these guys have been playing 6-man their whole life, and I want you to look at, did this guy know where the end zone was? Here it is. Check it out over here. Watch the goalpost. Bonk! Oh, he ran to the goal post.
Oh, hold on, Trammell. Let me remove the graphic there, and let's show the folks there what's going on with that.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Y'all gotta check this out. This guy's been playing six-man their whole life. The goalposts never move, but this one must have moved in his way. Bonk. Oh, and
not top 10.
Oh man,
that's a not top 10 right there.
Not top 10 moment right here. Runs into the goalpost.
Oh, he didn't even see that coming. That's like
that's another defender right there. That's the seventh man, I guess, in this sport.
If you think about it, that's like an outfielder in baseball not knowing where the wall is.
Oh, yeah. Gotta know where the wall is.
Yeah, you gotta have a feel for the wall, and here you gotta have a feel for the goalpost. Because
that's going to be a turnover on downs right there. And Sterling City's got 59 seconds to get in the end zone.
Alrighty, so hey, well, I think they could have a good chance. I'll say that as what we're seeing.
Update. I got an update, boys.
Update alert.
Update alert. Here we go.
All right, so Matt Trammell is getting us ready for the update there because I got a good feeling you're going to like what you see here as we go back to AT&T Stadium. Trammell, what do we got?
We got just a pitch to the outside and just finds that seam and just clears the place. That's right. Another Sterling City touchdown, and they are leading this one 60-22. They're pretty much blowing this one out. Are they going to have to call this game early? We're going to find out.
They let Knittle sit out on that one. Gave it to
They said, hey, you've been running enough. Let's get some young bucks in here. And that's going to be a touchdown right there for the Eagles. Man, 60-22.
Just speed kills right there because Sterling, we'll give you one last look at that there. Man, just hitting that sideline. See ya.
Look at the blocking back here, though.
Yeah,
if you look at the blocking, everyone's got a man. Everyone's blocking somebody. Only leaves you with one man to beat, and he's this far side guy over here, this far side corner, who's just not going to be able to come up and make that play in time, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah. Diana Esquivel with the perfect here. Sterling City is killing it. Dwayne Huff to the house, baby.
To the house.
And here's where we are, ladies and gentlemen, 60-22, Sterling City.
46 seconds left. They did that on 13 seconds of play.
Yeah, man. So we have. So as Trammell said, we have under a minute to go. What did we say? If they get another touchdown,
67 is 45.
Yeah. So 67 is the magic number.
And Sterling City gets the ball at the half.
Oh man. I don't think they'll live to see the fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness. So May has to score right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember Christian when you were so fast to click that over? We're not going to be able to get there.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, if they didn't have a 45 rule, we would get there, Trim.
We'd get to 250.
Hey, horseshoes and hand grenades, buddy.
Alrighty, so right now, as you see on your screen, 60-22 in favor of the Sterling City Eagles. The magic number for the Eagles to win this one, to pull away with the 45-point mercy rule, is they got to get to 67. It is Mays football with 36 seconds left in the first half. Not sure if Sterling City will make this happen in the first half, but as Trammell said, Sterling City gets the ball to start the third quarter of play. So May, their season is literally riding on this drive that they're in right now.
Yeah, it may.
It may. Come on, Trammell. All right, so May's drive is literally weighing on this. The season is on this drive as we speak, so they have to score, or unless because if Sterling City happens to, when they get the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
So on first down the play here. Hulk Rush lost. Wait, sorry. Let me restart that. Hulk Rush for a loss of 9 yards. He fumbled it on the 26-yard line, but they recovered it. So now it's 2nd and 25 on top of the 1st and 15 that the 6th man already started at. And then after that, we got a pass complete for only 3 yards. So 3rd and 19 here for May. There is, there can't be much time left. Yep, that's going to be it into the second half. 60-22, Sterling City's up in the first.
Wow. That's
They almost gave it up right there.
They almost did. My goodness. So we're seeing the Sterling City Eagles lead at the break right now, 60-22. They get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yep.
So, this game could be over within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Minutes.
May scored on the first play of their opening drive. If Sterling City scores on the first play of their opening drive,
just a little handoff to Knittel, and it could be wraps.
Pitch it to him, throw it to Cox, whatever you got to do, right?
Wow. Yeah. All right. Before we kind of continue on with the broadcast, we'll take a quick break and hear a word from one of our very special sponsors.
We're the general store with a story to tell. From the local jellies and jams made right here in West Texas, to the gifts and collectibles for everyone, along with our handcrafted Polish pottery to accent your dinner table. So let your memories begin at Eggemeyer's General Store, located in downtown San Angelo.
Alrighty, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Cover 1 here on www.sanangelolive.com, whether it be on the Facebook or the YouTube. However you may be joining us this afternoon, hey, some love being shown from the Sterling City fan base as they're joining us here on the broadcast here. Let's see, Charlotte Sevesta, awesome game. State is ours. Her hometown is Sterling City. Cole Parham, Wyatt, that's the difference between West and East. The semifinal game for the West is almost always who wins state. Yeah. Pamela Johnson McKee, way to go Eagles. Dwayne Huff, SC is the real deal, leaving no doubt so far. May tap out today. Yeah. James Ditmore, it will be over in the third. All right. Hey, Tiffany Hasty, we're having a good time. There's no need to share these other things in here. We're bringing you all the goods. In fact, this one is likely to be over in the third quarter. I'm gonna agree with James Ditmore there. Because this one is shaping up to be a game that it's in control of Sterling City, but it's shaping up to be a quick, fast, and easy game. That's the way this one is headed, wouldn't you say?
I would say so for sure.
First half stats, what do we got here that certainly stood out from these guys?
We got Sterling City's 10 first downs to May's 6. Sterling City's 340 rushing yards to May's 83. So May hasn't even hit the 100 mark, and Knittel's hit 249 himself. So, man, I'll say May is throwing the ball pretty well, 220 yards on their part to Sterling City's 92. But, other than that, Sterling City's 3 for 3 on fourth downs. You can just tell by the stats, by this little graphic here, that Sterling City's got it under control here.
Yeah,
they also have that interception that was super clutch. That was probably the thing that swung the momentum more in their way than anything.
Yeah, so big time play that's coming from the Sterling City Eagles this afternoon as they lead 60-22. We are at the half from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and right now this one looks very, very much in favor of Sterling City. Like they might bring the gold ball to the trophy back to West Texas.
And their rings. Get you a ring.
Yeah, get you a ring. Get you some bling this afternoon. Dwayne Huff, Manny, you guys doing an awesome job. Always enjoy your work. Hey, thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate you always watching and taking an interest in Cover 1 and what we do here. All right, so it has been a very exciting first half of play from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And man, oh man, because for one, these Sterling City kids, these kids just ball out of control, you know? And they did it. They've done it all season long, and they certainly did it in the state semifinal round against Borden County. So without further ado, let's take a look at how the Eagles arrived to this point.
Well, if there's anything that pops off the page when it comes to six-man football here in the state of Texas, it's the offensive fireworks. But tonight, well, the theme was defense, and in overtime, as the Sterling City Eagles put together a performance to remember as they take down Borden County tonight, 48-40, in their now headed to the Class 1A Division I state championship game. Well, hello and welcome to the Mustang Bowl here in Sweetwater, Texas. I'm Manny Diaz. If there's any way to describe this one, instant classic. Yeah, Sterling City didn't get its first lead of the game until the overtime. That's how crazy this one was. Coming up, we'll not only hear from the Eagles as they put words to this win, but we'll have the breakdown as to how this one came full circle. But first things first, let's get to those highlights. Chance Ferguson and the kids from Sterling City looking to get back to the state title game for the first time since 2010. They would have to get past the 5-time state champ Borden County Coyotes. First quarter, 8-0 BC. We mentioned fireworks to start the show. Well, here you go. Cross Niddle puts up a duck. Quack, quack. But no worries. 1-9. Chance Ferguson holds it in and is off to the races for the 53-yard touchdown. Game tied at 8. A little more than 2 to go in the opening frame. Here come the Coyotes. BC knocking on the door. Tommy Kingston to Mason Cole for the 13-yard touchdown, giving the Coyotes the 16-8 advantage. Second quarter now, same score, but not for long. Gotta love the fight from this Sterling City team. Cross Niddle to Chance Ferguson, 9-yard touchdown connection, game tied at 16. Ensuing Borden County drive, the Coyotes making that Sterling City defense howl. Pitch to Mason Cole, and this dude is G to the O&E gone for the 55-yard touchdown, and we're tied no more. Under a buck to go in the half, Borden County up 24-16. Pitch to Kai Edwards, who has a nice convoy on his way into the end zone. Coyotes up 32-16, heading into the break. Fourth quarter now, after a scoreless third, Borden County with the rock facing 4th and 13. Trey Edwards looking deep, but finds Damian Calderon. Not exactly who he had in mind. Sterling City takes over. Next Eagles possession. Pitch to Cross Niddle, and it's the cutback that springs him loose for the touchdown to make it a one-possession game just like that. Very next Sterling City drive, the Eagles on the comeback trail. Niddle to Will Cisco. Takes one heck of a hit. Personal foul penalty called on Borden County, which would prove to be huge because on the very next play, Niddle looking to throw and hooking up with Chance Ferguson for the score, and we're all knotted up at 32. Under a buck to go following a clutch Borden County interception, the Coyotes take advantage of the field position courtesy of Mason Cole to go up 40-32. Next Eagles possession, 7 seconds left in the game. Cross Niddle, the Eagles Swiss Army knife finds Damian Calderon for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? Well, following the score, it came down to the extra point attempt. If it's good, let's keep playing. If not, game over. BC tried icing Raul Sanchez, but 3 says, I got this, as he boots it through. Extra point good. Let's go to overtime. In the OT, Eagles get the ball first. They give it to Niddle, and he knows what to do with it as he takes it to the house. Good for the Eagles' first lead of the ball game. Next Borden County drive, it all came down to 4th down. Trey Edwards connects with Kai Edwards, but the Eagles defense closes the gap before he could get to the first down marker. Ball game. Sterling City wins it 48-40, and they're headed to the title game for the first time since 2010, where they'll face the May Tigers for all the marbles in Texas. Coming up, the Eagles put words to this dramatic win.
You know, it's just awesome. It's been 10 years since we went, and now we're going back again, and all I can say is these kids never give up, no matter what the circumstances. They always believe that they're going to win the game, and they did it tonight.
Yes, sir. Give credit to them after halftime. We didn't let them score in the third quarter, and just letting them score one time in the fourth quarter, give all credit to them because I don't even play defense. I'm an all-offensive man, and golly, just all credit to them. Give them the game ball here tonight.
Number 11 played his tail off tonight. Certainly, every big moment, he was certainly a part of that.
Yes, he's a special kid, and our offensive line blocks, and he runs, and you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, man. They're great kids. You know, 16 years in Sterling City, and you know, the second time we're going, and just to be a part of it with the crowd, the fans that travel with us, and parents, and the great kids we have and coach, it's just an honor.
All righty. Man, the Sterling City Eagles, they've had just a magical run this entire season.
Yep.
And certainly how they were able to punch their ticket to the state championship game, winning in overtime.
Yeah, they really went through it, man.
Yeah. I mean, somebody said it in the comment section, the team that came out of that region, I think you can probably make the argument the team that was going to win that game between Borden County and Sterling City could be that game could very well have decided the state champion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the momentum that they've pushed into this game too to bring it to Jerry's World. I mean, they have not slowed down from that last play at Borden County.
Cross Kniddle, this guy is playing like a man possessed, a man on fire. You name whatever acronym you want to put out there. I mean, he is certainly on to something as the Sterling City Eagles lead the May Tigers 60-22 right now at the break. If they do happen to score in the third quarter of play, they do get the ball back to open up the second half. Ball game. I mean, it would 45 the May Tigers in this one there. So Matt Trammell, how we doing over there, sir? You hanging out? You still living with us?
Just hanging out, waiting for halftime to be over as much as you can. There's not going to be a whole lot of football left, it looks like. So, basically packing everything up, getting ready to go home. No, I bet the Sterling City coach, I bet he talked to him and said, hey guys, we can have the rest of this night in Dallas to kind of hang out, or we can play football for the whole game. And he said, oh, well, let's just play till halftime.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime maybe you can cut that in half, literally, that's probably a good thing.
They want those city lights tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe watch some state games later.
Exactly.
The spectators with their rings on.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, we'll share some comments here. Belinda Linderman, our boys are amazing. Kate Glass Guy, go Eagles. She's a wall person now. She's originally from Sterling City.
Walleye? Is that what you said?
Yes, something
like
that. I don't
know.
A
Wally.
Yeah, a Wally. Pamela Johnson McKee, great game. Cross, you're on fire. Randy Curtis, Charlotte Sylvester, go Dallas, go. Pamela Johnson McKee, awesome game for all the Eagles. So many great players. John Mendez, the Lakeview Chief, joining us this afternoon. As Tammy Doss Demir says, "Go Eagles." John Mendez, well, his hometown is May, so he is John
tough.
Mendez, the Lakeview Chief, is saying, "Go Tigers." So yeah, we'd like to join you on that one there, John, but you may be on a solo act right now. But man, the Sterling City Eagles taking it to the May Tigers right now, 60-22, playing for all the marbles in Texas. And Kniddle, how many touchdowns does he have right now?
He has 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns.
4 on the ground and then 1 passing.
So the guy's just, I mean, he truly is going off.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt.
Swiss Army knife, like you said.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So big things coming from him, to say the least. And I would assume that, we're hoping, hey, not only get the dub, but maybe they pull off the 45-point roll, and maybe we see one more act from Cross Kniddle here.
Yeah, that'd be a way to end it right there. I mean, that would, I think his MVP is already secured, but I mean, reckon 6 touchdowns.
One more, yeah. you gotta tip it over there. So big things there. In fact, we saw last season it was Sterling City and not Sterling City, but Richland Springs and Motley County in the Class 1A Division II state title game. And Richland Springs, they 45 Motley County.
Manny, you're reading my mind. I was literally looking up when the last time that happened, and it was 62-16 was the final score to that one.
Yeah.
Matador, oh man, the lady who was ringing in earlier from Mama Deb Wilson, she's from Matador, so she had to see what that's about. But it looks like Sterling City are on the winning end of this one.
Yeah, right now it's in well, I think what I would really like to see if there was I remember back in the day I know they did this in basketball and they called it the Texas Cup, and it was like the big school versus small school in each classification. I would love to see that Richland Springs Sterling City matchup. I mean, I know the nerds of Texas high school football, yours truly. Man, just to see the amount of talent on the field between those teams.
Yeah.
I don't think we would see a 45.
No, I don't think so either. I think you'd see 12 men like just battling it out. That'd be something to see.
So what if you did the same thing with the big schools and 11-man?
Man.
Put Refugio versus Austin Westlake?
No.
Refugio versus Galena Park North Shore.
No. So like,
That'd be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, whenever they did that in the Texas Cup for the basketball, it was just like if it was Class 2A, Division 1, Division 2.
It'd be another 2A.
Okay.
Yeah,
So 6A versus 6A,
it would be like
5A versus 5A.
Right. So I mean, even if you did have like a Class 6A game, like you take the winner like last year, Galena Park North Shore, and then you take which was Class 6A Division 1, and then Class 6A Division 2, which was Austin Westlake. Man, that would have been a fantastic ball game.
Yeah, that quarterback from Westlake, I don't know if he's still there, but dude, he's a baller.
He was rocking and rolling there.
24-0 win.
Yeah. So we'll see some of these guys continue on throughout the playoffs. Right now, it is the Sterling City Eagles leading the May Tigers 60-22. The Class 1A Division 1 state championship game. The Division 2 game, which was supposed to be played at the 11 o'clock hour between Balmorhea and Richland Springs, was rescheduled. It was kind of just put on ice for right now because the kids from Balmorhea came down with the COVID, so they're having to. When do they have to? They have until
January. They have until January 21st to play the game. So I'm sure they're in talks.
So
who knows if they'll have to go till Jerry's World or what they're going to have to do. But the UIL said they have until January 21st to end up playing that game.
Yeah, it's because right now, I mean. There at Jerry World, I mean, if you're kind of taking a look around the stadium throughout the video, I mean, they're preparing for the Big 12 championship coming up, this weekend, and so it's whether the Cowboys are playing still in January, who knows where the NFC East is going.
So are they stuck in Arlington or what?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where that game between Richland Springs and Balmorhea will actually be played.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if it would be almost they'd probably be willing to play anywhere, almost like a Friday Night Lights episode where they'll go play in a farm field, and just put up a few goalposts there. But yeah, so it's. They have until December, or not until January 16th, Trammell, is that what you said?
January 21st.
January 21st. Okay. So they still have some time to get that.
Yeah, iron out some details, get everybody well.
Yeah, and that's most important, and certainly with all the kids this season, that's been the MO for all the school districts and the UILs to just keep kids safe, and because you want to live to play another day,
Absolutely.
So thankfully, we're seeing a lot of precautions being taken when it comes to our young people.
Well, the Sterling City Eagles are coming out of the locker room.
Well,
so it looks like we're about to get some more football, guys.
All right. Well, so Matt Trammell, you excited for the second half?
If the Sterling Eagles don't score, then I'm excited for the second half because I want more football than just one drive. Come on.
Yeah.
But either way, I'll be happy when the Eagles get it done.
Yeah, for sure, because we want to see a title come back to West Texas. If we'll see something here. So hopefully it's these Sterling City Eagles. That's for sure.
Speaking of titles, West Texas, man, you know who I saw that I Beat Pete was with today?
Oh, who's Pete? Pete Christie, our good friend from KCBD in Lubbock.
Yeah, he with Post. That's right. The Antelopes, they're on their way down to Arlington.
Was he playing some crazy game with them?
No, he was just there for the send-off and stuff. But I just saw that and just want to say, that's my area right there. That's the South Plains boys. So good luck to them later this week.
Yeah, man, those Post Antelopes, they played a heck of a ball game last week in Brownwood against Crawford, and that's a game that'll be played on Thursday of this. Well, tomorrow's one will be played on Thursday. Yeah, it's kidding. I mean, this week is just we're interrupted. I mean, this is this week is just right in these games are right in the middle of the week. But yeah, Post and Shiner tomorrow afternoon from Jerry World. If you love the Texas high school football like yours truly, man, that's going to be a great football game. Shiner upset Refugio earlier in the playoffs just a few weeks ago. And Refugio, they were the defending state champions in Class 2A Division 1. Shiner, it looks like one of these up-and-coming teams. I mean, they literally have a guy who sits in the backfield. He's probably 240, 250 pounds plus, at least in that range. I mean, I wouldn't want to take them down.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah. So that's and then plus, I mean, there's just so much speed on that team. But I know Post will definitely give them a run for their money. If I was a betting man, I'd probably put a little something on Shiner just because how they've just taken it teams this year. But that's why you play the game, you know.
Absolutely.
You don't play it on the control pad, or you don't play it
upset the doubters.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, some good comments here in the feed. Mary Castanuela, so proud of my hometown. Several of my classmates that I graduated with, their sons are playing all the way Eagles. Oh, that's so awesome. Dwayne Huff, he is telling you, Matt, get excited.
I am excited.
He wants
I
to
don't know
get
what
excited.
you did. I'm the most excited one here. Come on.
Yeah, we do have a May fan chiming in here. Lori Smith, McCollum, go, May, go. I'm afraid maybe that
no.
That may be a lost effort here this afternoon. But yeah, it's
all right. Kickoff.
Trammell, what do you
City
see
drive, 1st and 15, ball on May 29-yard line. Here we go. Will the game be over? Can we survive just a little more football, or is that it? What do you think, guys?
Man, it's I think we possibly could see a rout here. And Trammell, the way I see the text messaging machine going off right now, we could be in for something pretty good.
Here we go. It's you know, don't get too excited. We're not talking 60 or anything, but you know, James is just trying to keep us up to date with everything that's going on, basically giving us as much of a live look as we can.
Okay.
So here's the opening kickoff of the second half.
All right.
So kick is off. Boom. What a kick. That was not too bad. Not too bad, little pooch kick. And he's going to bring it out. Oh, makes one miss. Makes him fall
look at that.
flat on his face. And he's going to get tackled here about the, 15-yard line.
Man.
Watch this kid. Watch this right here. This kid just goes to sleep. Sniper. Somebody sniped the kid there.
You got to love the blocking. The blocking is fantastic in this play here or in the kickoff, because it allows him to get down the sideline a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. The cutback definitely helped. So this is going to keep the score at 60-22.
Alrighty. So we shall see how this one evolves here. We will kind of keep you up to date here in the next few moments. The Sterling City Eagles leading the May Tiger. Oh, that is not final just yet. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves around here. So we're looking, I guess you can say we are definitely looking forward to seeing what these Eagles are going to do.
Well, I'll show you what they're going to do right now.
We have it ready to go.
Here it
Trammell.
is.
Oh my goodness.
So, are y'all ready for a little history in the making?
Yep, let's see it, Trammell.
All right. So, the pass. He throws it, and he catches it. That's going to be a touchdown. But the play is going to be under review. I don't know if he actually got in the end zone or not. They called it a touchdown to begin with, but they're still going to review it to see if he got all the way in there.
I would think he did.
If they would,
Give it
that
to
would
him.
make it 66. So he looks like he makes the catch, but it's the position where he's at. The initial ref who's standing in front of him says it's a touchdown, but either way, they're going to take another look at it. We'll let you know how it ends up.
Yeah, I removed the graphic there. Let's we'll let the fans at home kind of decide who are watching here. So imagine they're looking to see if he held possession of it.
I think there's the possession. I think they're looking to see if he passes the goal line, which is where this referee is standing.
Okay, so
it looks like he may have been down maybe there, but if that arm's crossed or that elbow's on that side, the ball has to cross the plane. It may be a little short. Let's watch it in full speed.
The May Tigers not done just yet.
Either way, this will be on the 1-yard line.
Man, but
That's
what a way to hold on to the football, because look at the hit that he absorbs on this play here.
Boom.
Man, yikes! But he held on.
Attaboy Calderon.
And they're going to actually say he's in. That's a touchdown. So 66-22. Sterling City, they're up by 44. Can we just get the
we need the ensuing extra point to kind of decide this one here. Alrighty, so we will come back to the desk here. Man, That's exciting. It's exciting how we're ending there. The officials kind of saying, hey, we're not done just yet. Travis Frey chiming in, touchdown ball, cross the plane. Travis, I agree with you. Yeah,
hey, you should be the ref, Travis.
Yeah, no doubt. And it looks like, we could be. Is this the?
Looks like the kick's good.
It looks like the kick is
good.
The
kick is up.
So 68-22. That's 45 points. Wait.
That's 46.
That's 46 points. Yeah.
So a little.
That is.
Let's
final.
see what they say. It seems if I know the rule, it's final. They don't get like
nope.
like a chance at it.
There is just a 45.
Yep, ball game. They have officially said it's ball game.
68-22.
Sterling City now is the state champions.
And
here's this extra point. We want to check it out.
Yeah.
Here's the moment that made history.
1 second here. Let me adjust the graphic because now we have to go to the Sterling City Eagles. No. Hold on, Trammell. Let's see. Let's go back to this one here. Where do we go? Not that one there. All right.
There it is. Sterling City. They defeat May to win the Class Division I state championship right there on that extra point. The field goes up. The field goes good. And that right there, state champions right there, boys. Sterling City Eagles. Look at them.
Officially, it's time to officially lose your mind if you're a Sterling City Eagle fan because the kids from Sterling City, they're bringing back a state championship there. 68-22 is your final score as they officially 45 the May Tigers this afternoon from Jerry World in Arlington, and that's probably the best sighting you'll ever see because that just ends the game.
What a season.
Man, yeah.
What a way to end it. Undefeated state champions, the Sterling City Eagles.
Yep, there we go. So, all right, so we're now efforting some post-game from the fans there just to kind of get the reaction. And the final score, it's the sweetest thing, 68-22. The Sterling City Eagles are champions of Texas of Class 1A Division 1. And, man, the texters chiming in here. Pamela Johnson McKee, great game, Eagles. You were perfection all the way. Travis Fay, congratulations, Sterling, way to finish it. Deanna Esquivel, amen. Charlotte Sylvester, way to go, Eagles. Marlene Noltubby, what a proud moment. Way to go, Eagles. Tammy Doss-Demery, congratulations. Judy Coates, way to go, Eagles. Debbie Box-Webb, way to go. Patricia Cardenas Rodriguez, congratulations, Eagles, as they are officially champions of Texas. They defeat the May Tigers this afternoon to win the state championship 68-22. What a finish for these guys this afternoon from Jerry World. Man, this has been a lot of fun to watch these guys. Certainly to watch them throughout. You know, we've peaked in a few of their games throughout this season. But man, this has been a lot of fun to see them officially kind of just bring it home.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. So I'll ask the question. It may be a simple question. Who's the San Angelo Live MVP player of the game? Whatever you want to say. Who do y'all think, guys? There's been a lot of people that have some touchdowns. But which Sterling City Eagle did y'all think made the most impact?
Well, I think that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Christian, I'll let you tackle that one.
That man, cross Caniddle, goodness, 5 touchdowns, 1 through the air, 250 rushing yards. Enough said. 249. Add one more. 250.
You can have that one more.
And man, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, that definitely explains.
It says something when they only threw the ball 5 times. And
only 5 times.
Only 5
scored
times.
68 points.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just shows how dominant he was running the football.
Who stood out to you, Manny? What other? Don't take the easy out. Okay, we know that Cross was the boss, but can you give us somebody else?
Man, I don't know of anyone else. You're probably looking at the QB1 Cox, but at this point, you got to go with Cross Caniddle. I mean, this guy dominated from beginning to end. He was phenomenal the way he played. But, you know, I think he was the first to say in the state semifinal win against Borden County, you know, he said he would have to show some love to his O-linemen. Because the guys that put him in that position, obviously it's the cutbacks and the work that you do with your feet there, but man, the guys who were setting the tone there, setting the pace, man, that's a lot. Jack Kinsey, in fact, if here on one of the texters here chiming in, Trammell, he says Cross Niddle. He's got to go with him for the MVP.
Hey, there's another guy on there that I think y'all are overlooking a little bit. All right. What about Calderon?
Calderon had a sack,
He had a sack on defense. He had, 4 solo tackles, and he had 2 touchdowns with 59 yards on both targets, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
All righty.
So, I mean, we had some stellar play all over the way. There was also, you got to look at Justice. He had an interception and a few tackles there. So, I mean,
who forced that fumble?
Was pretty key.
Well, we do have the official word from Arlington as far as like the MVP goes. Chance Ferguson named the defensive MVP. In fact, we could probably look up Chance's defensive stats here.
He had 9 total tackles, 4 solos, 5 assists, 2 tackles for losses.
Yep. And then we had, drum roll please. Cross Niddle, your offensive MVP.
All right, with a QBR rating of 950.8, he was 1 for 162 yards and a touchdown, 100% completions. He also had 11 rushing attempts for 249 yards at 22.6 a pop, 4 touchdowns. He had a long of 43, and he didn't even need to catch the ball, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine it would probably come down to maybe him throwing to himself. Yeah. You know, it's like, hey. Lynn Brewer Fern, thank you for bringing this live watching my hometown from New York. Congratulations, Sterling
from
City.
the Big Apple.
Yeah. So many.
You made it all the way from Sterling City to the Big Apple.
Yeah. Exactly. So
final score 68-22.
Well, there we are, 68-22. The Sterling City Eagles pretty much just power past May this afternoon as they are your Class 1A Division I state champion here in Week 17 of the Texas high school football season. So much fun, so much to be proud of. If you're from Sterling City, even if you're not from Sterling City, I think it's representing West Texas in this whole thing is probably one of the most special things because, you know, for one, it's tough to win a state championship. It's tough to get to that point. I think it's so nice just to relish in this whole moment with them. And although we are Central Bobcats, Cristobal Cougars, and Trammell even a Level Land Lobo over here, pride of the South Plains. We're certainly pumped for all these guys. Belinda Lenderman, this whole town is so proud of our Eagles. Yes, indeed. So there we go. 68-22, the Sterling City Eagles top the May Tigers there at Jerry World. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to effort some post-game interviews with the folks who enjoy some Sterling City football. So we'll stick with us here in the next few moments. Our coverage will go on here as we speak. So our second hour of coverage presented by W&W AFCO Steel. Pretty much if there's been a structure, a stadium you've seen around the country, there's a good chance W&W AFCO Steel has produced the steel and it's come from right here in West Texas. In fact, we'll have a word from these
For over 70 years, W&W AFCO Steel has fabricated the steel to frame some of the most iconic structures nationwide. From Soldier Field in Chicago to Cal Field, home of the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies and College Station, what begins in San Angelo is impacting America.
I'll just see if they posted something.
All right, WW AFCO Steel, our Hour 2 sponsor of Live Cover 1 here on SanAngeloLive.com. Thank you so much for joining us, whether it's via the Facebook or the YouTube, perhaps Periscope.
Heck, even on SanAngeloLive.com.
Even on SanAngeloLive.com. Yes, Matt Trammell. Trammell, are we seeing anything come in via James Bellini?
It's pretty hectic down there at AT&T Stadium. I'm sure the fans are all crazy right now. So James is going to try to talk to some of the fans and maybe get what they're thinking. We encourage you in the comments to let us know what you're thinking. Of course, we're all happy for the Sterling City Eagles. It was a heck of a season, undefeated season. So just let us know what you think.
Yep, definitely. We want to hear. We want you to show some love to these Eagles because, man, oh man, it's been a fun ride. As these guys have just, I mean, when you're the last team standing, that's saying something, you know.
Says a lot.
So 68-22, the Sterling City Eagles. That is your final score from Jerry World there in Arlington, as the kids from Sterling County pull this one out and take down the May Tigers there at Jerry World. So some big things. Imagine there's going to be quite the welcome party in Sterling City.
The purple people going to throw a party.
Yeah, later on this evening, later on tonight. But yeah, man, big win. This is history in the making. The last time that the Eagles made it this far was back in 2010. And here we are, 10 years later. They're back in the title game, back at the ship. And this time, they're bringing home the title to West Texas. So, oh so good. Sterling City Eagles, champions of Texas. All right, so... It's been, so I'll ask you this. Did you expect to see the way dominance from this team so much in the way they did?
No, I didn't. I can't say I did. I'm just really so impressed with how the defense played. I mean, I think that was really like what made everything, what made Canedo get his 250 rushing yards and everything. I mean, I think they had 3 or 4 defensive stops, which is unheard of in a 6-man game, especially a state game where the other opponent's going to play just as hard as you. They want the same thing that you do.
That's a good way to put it. Trammell, you're signaling us to go to you. What do we got?
Hey, so Bellini, he talked to the defensive MVP's family. I actually know this guy. That's my boy Wyatt, so let's go ahead and see what he's talking about.
That's Stash.
All righty, let's see. 1 second, Trammell. Let me get that up and going there.
You're good. You're good.
And
let's check it out.
We'll take it there.
There you go. So, just a short little word coming from people straight from Sterling City who drove all the way down there to watch their son win the defensive MVP of the state championship game. That's awesome. Gotta love it. Thanks, Bellini.
Yeah. All right, Bellini hooking us up there with the Sterling City fans. As man, I imagine there's going to be one heck of a party in Sterling County tonight as they bring the title back to West Texas. So, but yeah, it's been lots of fun hanging out with you guys this afternoon. Mary Warren Coffee, congratulations, Eagles. West Texas is so proud of you. Also chiming in, congratulations. Thanks San Angelo Live for covering this game. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much, Mary Warren Coffee. Christy Espinosa, congratulations, Eagles. So, man, it's been fun. It's been real. We do have one more broadcast tomorrow evening. In fact, if you were still craving some football, we got it for you. It's the San Angelo Central Bobcats in Fort Worth Eaton tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from Abilene Christian's Anthony Field. They're on the north side of the Lean, as this is the area round of the Class 6A Division II playoffs. Central Bobcats looking to get back to the third round of the Texas high school football playoffs for the first time since 2016, when the Bobcats took on the Allen Eagles. If you know anything about that game, if you know anything just about what makes Texas high school football so good, you remember that game. So much fun to watch. But yeah. We'll have that one tomorrow. And then, of course, you can catch a lot of the write-ups and anything related to Texas high school football. We will be following the Little Southwest Conference all throughout this weekend. Odessa Permian will take on South Lake Carroll on Friday afternoon from Anthony Field there in Abilene. And then Medlin Lee will take on Central's former district rival, Euless Trinity, on Saturday night at Globe Life Park, former home of the Texas Rangers there in Arlington. So big games this weekend. If you love Texas high school football,
Week 17 is for you.
Yeah, Week 17 is right up your alley. Trammell, do we have anything? Do we have anything else from Bellini?
That's going to be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so the live desk, we're just about through.
All right.
Come back tomorrow for more. I don't know.
Before we end tonight, before we end this broadcast this afternoon, Trammell, final thoughts from you.
Final thoughts is Central Bobcats, they're going to have a pretty tough game tomorrow. And like I say every week, the only way they're going to win is if they don't turn the ball over. Last week they were able to do that, and they walked over that team. So if they can keep the ball in their own hands and, Malachi can keep the fumbles and turnovers down, we can maybe see Central Week 3. But we're going to have to wait and find out tomorrow on SanAngeloLive.com.
Yep, definitely so. Thank you, Matt Trammell. Christian, final thoughts on the afternoon as we head into the home stretch.
Congratulations, Sterling City, on capping off a perfect season. Man, that was awesome to watch and awesome to follow. Also, good luck to Central tomorrow. Go Central, go Mal, rally your troops, man. Do it for Fell. Get you to that third week of the playoffs.
Yes, that's a good way to look at that. All right. Definitely, congratulations to the Sterling City Eagles. You've capped off a phenomenal undefeated season, 15-0. Certainly making Sterling City proud and most definitely making West Texas and the Concho Valley proud. We're so proud of you. Thank you guys for the good times this afternoon. You took one to the May Tigers there at Jerry World. So congratulations to them. It's been fun. It's been oh so real as the Sterling City Eagles claim the Class 1A Division I state championship and bringing back the trophy to West Texas. All right, well, that's going to do it for our coverage of the state championship win for the Sterling City Eagles. For Matt Trammell, Christian Gabaldon, and myself, Manny Diaz, as well as James Bellini, our boots on the ground, the guy that truly, he is our MVP.
Yeah, he is.
If there's an MVP, James Bellini is our MVP, bringing you the highlights this afternoon. Thank you so much for all that tuned in. We appreciate you. We'll be back here tomorrow night with the Central Bobcats.
Go D, baby.
Good night. God bless.